Okay, good morning. How are you guys? There's Anne and Mark. Okay, let's take our feet hip width apart. Big deep breath. You're going to keep the arms nice and wide and just sort of try to reach out. So you should feel a stretch all through the front and back of the shoulders. Now, while you do this, I want you to isometrically pull your feet towards each other, but they're not going to move. Just to sort of activate the inner thigh muscles of the leg. Nice. Now you're going to fold halfway down, arms by your side. You're still isometrically pulling the feet towards each other. And then come back up and reach the arms. Nice and wide and long. And take it back down. You want to be hollowing out the belly, right? Super important. One last time. Now you can release the feet so they can just chill out. Let the whole upper body just go down. So the top of the head is just hovering. Try to get the legs nice and straight if you can. Let's shift our hips back a little bit and then walk our hands forward. So you're playing a little tug of war here. Trying to stretch out the lats. Keep trying to move the hips back and the hands forward. We're going to stay here for a few deep breaths. Make sure you're not creating any tension in your neck. So just let the head relax. And bring the hands all the way down to the floor. You're just going to unfold the upper body. Try not to put any weight into your hands. Just stay here for a few deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Come up nice and slowly. We're going to bring the feet hip width apart. Let's take this right arm all the way up, straight up to the ceiling, and then the left, straight up to the ceiling. And then lift up and just go one side. And then lift up and go the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Come back center, take your gaze, look up. Bring the arms forward a little bit so you have them in your vision. And now lift the shoulders out of their sockets. And then press them back down. Lift out. And back down, and just do that one more time. And now swan dive it all the way down. We're going to walk out to plank. Once you get into your high plank, you're going to step your feet in. So your knees are under your hips. You're in bear. You're just going to rock it forward and back. Just a little. The range can be whatever it is. It doesn't have to be huge. Now let's put the knees down. Your wrists are right underneath the shoulders. We're going to do some cat-cows here. So I want you to round the back, shift your hips back a little bit, and now drop into those shoulders, come forward, take your gaze forward. Now while you're here, I want you to draw that belly in and keep it there. Do it again, round the back, shift backwards a little bit, and then come back forward. And just keep going nice and smooth. This is a feel-good moment, so you don't want to rush it. Okay, let's find ourselves with a neutral spine, belly in. Let's just take the knees off the floor again. And make a little circle with the body. Pick a direction, do it a few times. And then we'll shift and go the opposite way. Now from here, let's go into a small dog with our heels down. Just close your eyes, get lost. Take some nice big deep breaths. Make sure you're not holding the head up. Push those heels down, straighten out those legs. Just breathe. Now let's elevate onto the toes. And then press the heels back down. Just do that a few more times. It's a good little foot massage. Lifting and lowering. Okay, let's step our feet back. You're in your high plank position. Just hold it. Just for a few breaths. Now drop the chest towards the floor and press it away. So it's sort of like a scapular push-up. Whatever your range is totally fine. Just do a few more. Keeping the arms straight when the chest goes through the arms. Okay, now let's take it to a downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. We're keeping the hips nice and square. Now let that right heel relax towards the floor. And then lower that leg and switch. Left heel pushes down. Right leg lifts. Now let's come back to our plank. I'm going to have you put your knees down on the floor. And we're going to meet down on our forearms. Once you're there, let the hips come forward so you're in baby cobra. And let's get onto the tops of our feet. You're just holding this nice position while you breathe. Draw the belly in. Okay, let's take the chest all the way down to the floor. You're going to tuck your toes under, press yourself back up to your high plank, and let's meet back in your down dog. We're going to pedal our feet, this time stretching out the calves. So just go side to side, nice and slowly. Okay, meet me back in your high plank. Now we're going to step the left foot up between the hands. And let's get onto our fingertips only out in front. So you're just framing that front foot. From here, we're going to let the arms go out to the side as we lift up, pressing through our front heel, flip the palms, and now you're going to reach up. Now let's get nice and high on the back foot, lift that heel. Try to think of lifting everything upwards. Nice. Now bring the hands together over your heart. I'm going to have you lean forward. Just give me a little rotation to the left. Keep the torso nice and low. Now you're going to release the right hand down by the instep of your front foot. Take your left hand to your hip or straight up towards the ceiling. And now let's take both hands back to the floor. We're going to step back plank. We're going to do a little hover and meet an up dog. Now let's tuck the toes under, go back to down dog. You've got 5 big deep breaths here. Let's come back to plank. Step the right foot up between the hands, fingertips only. So we refer to this as a runner's lunge. So from here, I'm going to have you take your arms out to the side, start to lift the torso up, flip the palms, sweep the arms up. Get nice and high on the toes on the back foot. Just relax here, breathe. Now bring the hands to heart, lean forward, big forward lean here. Really go for it, and then rotate to the right. Waking up that outer hip is probably where you're feeling this. Now let's square out the shoulders. Let's take the hands back down to the floor. We're going to step back, meet in plank. From here, downward facing. 5 big breaths. Close your eyes, just get lost. Come back to plank. Bring that right foot forward again. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of that foot, right hand to your hip, and then lift the right arm up. Take it down. Step back to plank. We're going to do a little hover right to up dog. On the tops of your feet here. This time we take the knees off the floor. Just hold here. Now lower into the shoulders and then push away. Scapular push-ups again. Try to keep the chest proud, nice and broad through the shoulders. No bending of the elbows. Do a few more. Then we're taking this to child's pose. So let's put the knees down, lift those hips up. I'm going to widen my knees, put my forehead down on the floor, just relax. Yeah, let's meet back on all fours. We're going to work on a little bit of hip mobility. So you're in your quadruped position, knees under hips. You're going to lift the left knee up off the floor. So your foot's flexed and your heel points up towards the ceiling. Now take that knee, reach it towards the left elbow, and then back up. And just sort of oscillate between pulling it forward, lifting it up. You're keeping the leg bent. You're pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. So you should feel a big activation of the hamstring. Do 2 more. Now hold this one up. Open the knee out to the side. They call this, doggy style. So you're lifting it as high as you can, and then bring that knee cross the midline of the body, let it touch the opposite knee, lift it back up and out to the side, and do it again. Release it and lift, and release, and lift, and now make a circle. So you're going to go out to the side, back and up, down and across. As much of a circle as you can find. Try not to shift your weight too far right. I know it's challenging. Okay, back to your quadruped position. Before we start the other side, we're just going to do a few cat-cows. Just to kind of recenter. Okay, quadruped position, neutral spine. Right knee lifts back, foot flexed, heel towards the ceiling. Now take that knee, touch the right elbow, and try to lift it up so you really feel the oblique working. Take it back and forward and back. Just do it a few more times. Now on this one, take it back, hold it back, bring it out to the side, bring it down, touch that opposite knee, back up, and lower, and lift. Really try to lift it as high as you can every time. Keeping the torso as square as you can. Now let's make that circle. So up, out, and around. Make it as big as you can. Do one more. And back to all fours. That's not easy. Okay, cat-cows, little reprieve. Why not? Whew. Okay, kick those feet out to the side, have a seat. We're gonna start with a figure four stretch today. So you're gonna lie down, your legs are bent. We're gonna take the right foot and sit it on top of the left thigh. Keep it flexed. Your arms are just gonna relax on the floor by your side. Lift that left foot up. Now, while you're holding it up, I just want you to circle that left ankle. You're pulling it in as close to the chest as you can get it while you work the right knee forward. Change your direction with the foot. Point and flex. Now take your hands through your legs and either hold onto your hamstring or your shin. You're going to let your arms help you get that left knee in a little closer. Just relax, close your eyes. Okay, take that left foot down and the right. We're going to switch sides. So left foot on right leg, flex it. Lift without the arms. That right foot off the floor. And while you're holding it, just circle that right ankle. Change your direction. Keep trying to get that right knee closer. Okay, now let's use our arms to help it out a little. Nice. Now you're going to release that foot. We're going to rock and roll ourselves up to a seated position. We're going to start 90-90 with our right leg forward. So scoot your body over to the right side of the mat. Let's get both legs in that position. So we're going to start with our hands out in front. So you've got a slight forward lean of the upper body. You're going to lean forward. Try not to put too much weight into your fingers. So you're really not trying to offset some of that weight through the arms, right? You just sort of rock it down slowly and back up. This is sort of phase one of what you can do with this stretch. We're going to progress it. So this time when you're up, let's everybody take your hands to your chest. It doesn't matter how far you can get, but just try to lean forward and test the waters a little bit here. Go as far as you can and then right back up. And lower. This will help you achieve the progression of being able to take it all the way down with your torso. Maybe you're already there, maybe you're not, but it's a pathway. So it doesn't matter how far you can lean, just try it. Okay, so now we're going to take this one as far down as we can, and we're just going to hold it wherever that is for you. Just hold here, take a few breaths. Now come back up. You can take your hands to the floor. So I've got my right hand just outside my right side, and I'm pushing my torso to stay over the edge of my mat here. Now I'm going to lift my left knee up as high as I can and lower it back down. Going really slowly. Lift. Now the first few you might not be able to get onto the bottom of that left foot, but eventually we'll get there. So on this next one, let's just sort of hang out there. Lift it up. And then just see if you can take it a little more. If this right knee in the front lifts a little bit, that's okay. Now we're going to take the left hand all the way around onto the floor. You've still got that left knee up. Now we're gonna roll to the other way. Nice and slow. Now you're facing the back of your mat. We're gonna take the hands forward. And you're gonna go up and down nice and slowly. Okay, so when you're ready, your hands come to your chest. Go hands free here. Nice and slow. And as I mentioned, it doesn't matter how low you go. Just try to explore without the use of the hands. Okay, so on this next one, we're just gonna hold it down, take a few breaths. And now come up, lift that back knee up off the floor. Post that left hand so you can help keep your torso as upright as possible. You're going up and down really slowly. Okay, let's just hold this one up. Try to lift, lift, lift. Now take the right hand all the way around behind you. And we're going to slowly come back to face the front of the mat. You can still keep this right hand on the side to help you stay aligned. But I'm going to ask you to give me a little forward lean and then lift your back foot off the floor, up and down. And even if it doesn't lift, it's really more about the activation, the attempt, waking up those nerves. Let's do a few more. Now, let the foot be on the floor. Lift the knee back up. We're just going to go the opposite way, nice and slow. Take that other hand behind you. Turn to face the back of the mat. Little forward lean and start to lift and lower the back foot. Nice. Now, both hands behind you. Come back to face the front, and we're going to meet in staff pose. So you're going to extend your feet out in front, sitting up nice and tall, feet are flexed. Walk your hands forward. We're going to keep our spine long till we can't anymore. And then see if we can inch those hands a little more forward as you flex the thoracic spine. Let your head relax so you feel no tension in the neck. Then you're going to come back up. You're going to bring your feet hip width apart, hands to heart. We're going to walk our hips, so you're shifting back one side and then the other till you find yourself all the way at the end of your mat. Just keep going. Really try to pull that hip backwards and then pull the other one back and just keep it going. And when you've got to the end, start coming forward. Just a little hip mobility exercise. Okay, we're going to end with our feet in the corners, our arms out in front. You're going to keep the spine nice and long, start to lean back, don't collapse through the lower back quite yet. Take it back, pull the belly in. Now, when you feel you can't go back anymore, keeping that lower back nice and strong, lift the arms up. Just hold here. It's a little work for the quads and hip flexors. We're here for 3 more seconds. Okay, arms down. You're gonna C curve the spine. How good does that feel? Come down nice and slow. Full body stretch. Arms go all the way back, point the toes. How good does this feel? Okay, bring the arms back by your side. You're gonna take your right, both feet, bend them. Now we're gonna bring our left leg and cross it over the right. So you're just crossing at the knees. Now take away some of that bend in the leg. So scoot that right foot forward. Lift your arms up. Take them straight back, but take them nice and wide. Hold them back there, nice and long and strong. And now you're gonna let the knees go to the left. Oh, feels so good. Don't force anything. This is a feel-good moment. Hopefully right over that right hip, you're getting a nice stretch. Now bring the arms back up and just let them relax for a second down on the floor. Now you're going to just lift the right arm back up towards the ceiling. And then open it 45 degrees out from the body. Just changing the dynamic of the stretch a little bit. Okay, now the palm is facing up towards the ceiling. I'm gonna ask that you just circle that arm. So bring it forward towards your right hip. Straight all the way back. Now the palm faces the earth. Back out to the side, flip it and do it again. Bring it around, up and out. A few more times. You're flossing that right shoulder blade. Okay, relax that arm to the floor, bring your knees back up. Pull both of them up and into the chest, give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe a little circle to massage your lower back. And let's take the feet back down to the floor. You're gonna cross your right knee this time over the left. Get rid of some of that bend in the legs. Take both arms up and straight back, nice and wide back there. And then we're gonna let the right knee pull the left one towards the right side. So you're really using that right leg to get the knee going towards the floor, but not all the way down. The little balancing act you got going on. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, we're gonna bring the arms up and by our side. Just for a little reprieve. And now left arm goes up by itself. Take it out 45 degrees. Continue to use that right leg to press the left knee towards the floor. Okay, let's bring the arm in. We're going to uncross the legs, then bring them up. Now you're going to extend the right leg all the way down along the floor. Bring the left knee into the chest. Give it a big old hug. Try your best to keep the right calf down on the floor with that foot flexed. Now you're going to keep your right hand on your knee. And you're gonna guide it down to the right side of the body till it's all the way on the floor. So you're sort of turning a little bit on your right side. Lift the left arm up and open it out to the left. Whatever you do, keep the arm nice and long. So you're using your right hand to press that knee down onto the floor while you get a nice stretch across the chest. Okay, bring that arm in, help that knee come back up, and we're gonna switch. So you're gonna extend that leg down along the floor, bring the right knee in this time. Now let's use the left hand to guide that knee down to the floor on the left side. And once it gets there, take the right arm, open it out to the side. Okay, let's bring the arm in, bring the knee back in. Let the other knee come in to join. Nice big hug close to the chest, and we're just gonna rock it side to side. Now let's put the feet down on the floor. You got a big bend in the legs. We're gonna let the knees fall towards the right side and then the left side, and just keep going side to side. So you'd be feeling a nice little massage in those glutes. Your feet should be hip width apart, maybe even wider, but close to you. Okay, knees back up, feet on the floor, legs bent. Roll the pelvis up so you feel the lower back on the floor. And then switch it, roll it down. And just keep rocking that pelvis up and down. Drawing the belly in while you create this movement is really important. Okay, extend the legs down along the floor. Take the arms all the way back behind you. We're gonna come up Pilates style. So you're gonna lift the arms, lift the head, tuck the chin. Your spine is rounding, and you're gonna dive forward between the legs. Spine stays in flexion here. Just breathe. Okay, let's take it up. Now, sitting up nice and tall, really spread those legs far apart, as far as you can. Flex your feet so they're pointing up to the ceiling. Now, let the feet roll forward and then backwards. Whatever range of motion you have is fine. Just do it a few times while you spread out your chest, stay nice and long through the torso. Now, just let the ankles relax. Wherever your feet want to be is fine. You're going to take this right hand over to the left shin. So you're looking at your leg, you're going to bring it down, rounding your back, however far you can go, just to feel a nice inner thigh stretch on that right side and hamstring on the left. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take the right hand to our hip and open your chest as much as you can to face forward. And then lift this right arm straight up if you can. And then over. So you're trying to get a nice release over that right hip. And then take your torso, face that left leg again. And sit it back up. Nice, okay, turn now, face the right leg, come on down. So this isn't about how far you go or you can get, it's really about the benefit that you're giving these muscles to get some length back. So as long as you're feeling a nice stretch, that's what matters. Okay, let's take the left hand to our hip, open your chest as best you can to face forward, and then lift the arms straight up. And then take it over, just to get that nice little extra stretch over that left hip. Doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to feel good. And then turn back over that leg. And come back up. Bring your feet back onto the mat. You still have quite a bit of distance between them. You're gonna take your right foot inside. Now it can be inside your shin, around your knee, or your inner thigh, it doesn't matter. Walk it out. Spine long, and then flex it. Let the head go. So while you're in this position, try to take, using muscle, the right knee and push it down towards the floor. Come back up and let's switch legs. You might notice you're a little tighter on one side. That's why we do these. Okay, try your best. You're keeping both sit bones on the floor and you're trying to press that left knee down. Okay, let's bring it back up. Back down, all the way down onto your back with your knees into the body. Make a nice little circle. And from here, we're gonna meet in happy baby. So we're gonna do one at a time. So put your right foot on the floor with your leg bent. And just take hold of the outside of the left foot and take that left heel straight up to the ceiling. Now use your left arm to pull the left knee towards the floor. I find it's a little easier doing happy baby. We get more out of it if we do one side at a time. Get a little deeper stretch. Keep working that knee towards the floor. Okay, put that foot back down on the floor and just switch sides. So your joints are stacked, right? The ankle is right over the knee and the heel is pressing up to the ceiling. Okay, let's put that foot down on the floor. So you got both legs bent. Tilt your pelvis up so your lower back is on the floor. You're gonna make field goals with the arms. Field goal posts, like Sean says. So that means you've got your elbows at the height of the shoulder. Sometimes you have to sort of take a look. The back of the hands are starting out on the floor. So from here, I'm just gonna have you lift the hands off the floor and move them forward. But not so far forward that you feel the shoulders round, right? You wanna keep nice and flat on your shoulder blades. This is shoulder mobility at its best. You can also do this leaning up against a wall throughout your day. So you're just going back and forward, nice and slowly, maybe 4 or 5 times, just to get good blood flow. And then we're gonna meet with the back of the hands down on the floor, and we're gonna slide the arms backwards. See how far you can go, keeping the arms down. Maybe your fingers are spread wide. Maybe you can get your thumb and index finger to connect back there with the arms on the floor. Excuse me, and then slide them back. I'm gonna do it 2 more times. Going really slow. It should take you 5 or 6 or 7 counts to get back and forward. Okay, now take your hands straight up towards the ceiling. I want you to clasp your fingers together, and then the arms are going to go straight backwards. Keep them really long, no bending at the elbow, and then bring them all the way forward, nice and slowly. Just kind of enjoy this. Connect those palms. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring them back forward. Do it 1 more time, nice and slowly. Okay, we're going to take the arms by our side just to relax the neck muscles and stretch them out a little bit. I'm going to have you turn your head all the way to the right as far as you can. And just hold it there for a little bit. Come back center slowly and take it all the way to the left. Come back center. Extend the legs all the way down along the floor. Take the arms all the way back behind you. And you're going to roll up Pilates style 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly, drawing the belly in. Taking it between the legs. Just relax here and breathe. So your spine is rounding. You're trying to get your hands a little further out. Stay here for 3 more nice, big, deep breaths. So I really want you to expand the rib cage. Okay, we're going to roll up nice and slowly. You're going to take your feet in, holding onto your knees, heels to the edges of the mat, toes off the floor. So they're out at a 45-degree angle. Now you're going to release the hands from the knees and take them behind you. And you're going to walk it forward, lift your butt up. Just keep walking it. Maybe adjust your feet if you need to, then the left hand comes forward and then the right hand comes forward. So you're just kind of sitting here in a low squat. Really good to develop strength in your pelvic floor. Hold here just for another breath or 2. And now meet me in a straight leg. Full forward fold. You're going to cross the arms. Let your head go. You're totally unweighting the upper body. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. Your head should just be hanging. The shoulders are just drooping towards the floor. Now breathe deeply and fill and expand the ribs. Okay, release the arms. You're going to round yourself up nice and slowly. 1 vertebrae at a time. Great job. Sweep the right arm up. Let the feet get nice and wide. Take the hip out to the side and go all the way over. And then same on the other side. Sweep it up. Take it over. And I thank you guys so much for your power and strength. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Hello.